Oh no! Somebody broke in. Shit.
Where is the bookseller?
Yeah, I don't know, man.
Another volume of the Reverend's wife's diary.
The pastor declared himself to be the prophet. He renounced God and worshipped a strange pagan entity with a monstrous appearance. His wife tried to reason with her husband, but in vain. He was convinced that he must listen to this voice in his head, because it holds the truth. Well. See what other cool things are in here. Puritan colony led by Reverend John Wykewood settled on the island during the 17th century. They named the island Darkwater because of the dark shades of the sea. They believed it was because of the peculiar color of the rocks surrounding the island. They erected the first buildings, among which were the Hawkins Manor, the church, and the cemetery. The rare documents and the handwritten notes they left spoke of nightmares and deviant behaviors. They disappeared at the beginning of the 18th century. Oh, what's this?
Freud's The Interpretation of Dreams. It's the work that laid the foundations of psychoanalysis at the beginning of this century.
This practical work, written by Sigmund Freud for psychologists, describes the techniques of analytical interpretation of dreams. The analysis must follow several rules, especially that of free association, a principle announced by Freud at the end of the 19th century. It treats dreams as a way of revealing buried desires. I cannot believe that this theory is applicable to my nightmares. Alright, let's see what other doodads and whatnots we can find. Love me some loot. So we're gonna find all the loot. Oh, what's this? A precise and illustrated with as much detail as the first volume. This book focuses on healing surgeries specific to malformations and motor disorders. Okay. I'll take it. And how does he carry all these books around? Okay, there's the back room right there. Kind of just want to have a look-see in here. See what's up. Aha, another book. In the 19th century, as the American whaling industry reached its peak in the rest of the world, whales gradually disappeared from the waters surrounding Darkwater. This phenomenon appears even more mysterious because up till then the region was a favored refuge for I gotta learn how to say that word. Cetaceans? In 1847, after months of pursuit, Scylla returns to port with a gigantic creature on board. Its crew asserts that the sea monster had eaten all the disappeared whales. After a night of ferocious combat, the survivors managed to drag the beast onto the whaling ship. Yes. Aha! Another thing. Oh, it's oil. I don't need no oil. I don't use my light sources very much. I again think it might be because I turned up the gamma a lot.
What happened here?
Oh. Oh man. Here we go.
Let's start over. Where did they break in from?
Here.
Blood. Seems like amateur work.
That it does. That it does. So I broke it. Aha, a thingy.
To whom does this footprint belong?
Person, I'm pretty sure. Pretty sure it belongs to a person.
No sign of struggle. If the burglar smashed this jar, it wasn't intentionally. Was he hurt then?
Oh, I think he was bleeding out because he smashed through that thing. Oh, man.
What sort of thief leaves his tools at the crime scene?
Desperate
What killed
thief.
all these animals? What happened that made the burglar flee before finishing his work?
What the hell?
What the... Charles Hawkins?
What the hell?
What sort of power did Sarah Hawkins' painting possess?
Whoa.
Sarah Hawkins helped hide something in this safe.
Yeah. Seems that way. It's a bad thing.
Drake put in a great deal of effort to hide whatever is in here.
Oh, I remember that guy from the bar.
Linked to the Sarah Hawkins case.
I'm tripping hard right now, man. Oof. Yeah.
Drake left instructions on how to find the combination of his safe.
Oh. A page seems to be hidden here. It is possible to read. As somebody finds these memoirs, there will be no doubt that I am in serious trouble. My last and only hope is that my body and bones are still in this plane of reality, in order that they be recovered and burned. The funeral urn must be given to my dear mother, as she is still of this world. The following message is of capital importance. Whoever reads these lines and demonstrates acuity as sharp as mine can hope to gain access to my most precious possession. It lies within my safe, and the clues to the combination are to be found in 3 cylinders, each hidden where life and study combine in the Greek world. Life and study combine in the Greek world. Each cylinder is numbered, even if, as the celebrated author says, order is the pleasure of reason, but disorder is the delight of the imagination. Indeed, despite my preference for organized chaos, I must admit that reason usually prevails in the end. If by chance a person, or should I say a genius, was to match my intellect and find the combination of the safe, I would ask that they deliver its content to the safekeeping of my friend and colleague, Professor Armitage of Miskatonic University. The content of the safe is not only a vast digest of knowledge, but also a weapon that is far too dangerous for it to fall into the wrong hands. I hope that you will be able to appreciate the danger that this represents, and that you will act accordingly. In any event, I will neither be there to guide you nor to suffer from your actions. Yeah.
What a strange amulet. I have a feeling I'd better not touch it.
Strange amulet. The pendant is the shape of a large dog. I don't know what it represents. I might find out more by searching the bookstore. Interesting. The least that can be said about this book is that its title is well conceived. The illustrations of the human anatomy and dissection methods presented are illustrated in great detail. You have to have a strong heart or the detachment proper to or for the doctors to consult its pages. Sure. More medicine stuff. Got some drawers here.
What link did he find between Charles Hawkins and an old amulet?
This key that bears the Elder Sign is the only one able to protect your psyche. It is in the form of a cylindrical medallion, hanging at the end of a heavy chain. Hundreds of years ago, the star and the branch, whose purpose is to push back the forces of great old ones, were engraved at its center. Everything points to it being Charles Hawkins that tore it from its last owner, an Egyptian antique dealer. In press cuttings that mention the misdemeanor, the date of the robbery coincides with the last of the Hawkins trips off to Cairo. It remains to be seen whether he knows of the true purpose of the artifact. Try to find it.
Is everyone on this island taking sleeping pills?
Seems that way. Alright, so I need to find some vases. Some weird whispers coming from that safe right there. Oh jeez. So it's another demon book. I already read one of those. I'm gonna go completely insane, I'm pretty sure. Yeah. Oh god, there's a lot of books.
Arkham editions. Never heard of them.
The Book of Spells, supposedly written by the legendary King Solomon, it contains various rituals of invocation and rituals of curse. Reedition by Claudia D. Waits based on LW, the ritual of the values, blah, 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 blah. Okay.
How many volumes are there in this collection?
Opera in 8 acts by whoever. An infamous lyrical work published in Italy. Performed only once. Several. Resulted in an audience riot that left several dead and missing.
Another volume by Arkham Editions.
What is the significance of all these books?
Arkham Editions. Never heard of them.
Do I need to look at these? What's the point of all these? Are those the clues? Oh, hello.
Cylinders that Drake tried to hide. I should perhaps listen to them.
I agree. We should listen to the things. Where is... There it is. So...
And these red drops, like precious stones, lie fixed, set in divine gold. To be the guardian of the Grail does not protect me from its attractions, Henry. And I do confess it. I am willing to pay to know its secrets. I finally understood that we were only pieces on the chessboard of the gods. Let those of us who are still standing protect our White Queen from their dark soldiers. I see our number dwindling, and my will strengthens as my apprehension grows. We shall refuse to be the playthings of destiny. Dear friend, I thank you again for the anthology of the works of Arkham editions that you sent me. Volume 9, Azathoth and Other Horrors, seemed particularly relevant to my research. I never tire of browsing through them. And these red drops, like precious stones, lie fixed, set in divine gold. To be the guardian of the Grail does not protect me from its attractions, Henry. And I do confess it. I am willing to pay to know its secrets.
So number 1 said something about a grail. So this
The
guy.
chalice of knowledge.
This goblet seems to be very ancient. It seems to be made of gold and decorated with real precious stones. Do the rubies and sapphires make up a specific motive?
And I do confess it. I am willing to pay to know its secrets.
Okay, he did say something. When it came to the grail, he only said something about the red stones.
The chalice of knowledge.
So maybe just count out the red stones? So there's what? So we got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 5 red stones. 5 rubies. So there's something there. And then number 2, something about chest.
I finally understood that we were only pieces on the chessboard of the gods. Let those of us who are still standing protect our White Queen from their dark soldiers. I see our number dwindling, and my will strengthens as my apprehension grows. We shall refuse to be the playthings of destiny.
Okay, so the white... He's talking about the white pieces that protect the queen, right?
The queen has little protection.
Yeah, and there's only 3. So 5, 3, and then the third
Dear
one.
friend, I thank you again for the anthology of the works of Arkham editions that you sent me. Volume 9, Azathoth and Other Horrors, seemed particularly relevant to my research. I never tire of browsing through them.
So 539? Is that what it is? 539. I hope that's it. Okay. So 5, 3, 9. Oh no.